Hi guys, welcome to episode 33 of the MMA Wales podcast. Me, undefeated mixed martial artist Ricky Wright, also star pay-per-view. We have reigning world champion, IKF kickboxing world champion James Wallace, also undefeated mixed martial artist himself.
It's just you with your 2 fights. Like.
He's still, he's still the reigning pin middleweight champion as well. So, and we got prospect, amateur featherweight prospect with a record of 5 wins, 1 loss, one draw. Dangerous Brian.
Yeah.
And just Brian.
I'm me. I'm not undefeated though. Hello,
the show, guys. So the biggest news this week is the return of Dangerous Brian to the octagon.
that is literally the biggest thing in Welsh MMA at the minute.
Yeah. So we're back, right? What's happening? How's that?
Well, I've been back now probably 5-6 weeks training now, just getting back into it, dusting the cobwebs off.
What stopped you from training?
Going back about a year and a half ago, I kind of plummeted it down with just like mental health and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So I took a big step back from it. Went back to an odd couple of sessions now and again, but I lost that fire inside me, to be honest.
Found it hard to drive.
Yeah.
There's reasons behind.
Oh yeah.
You have problems with mental health. Do you want to talk about that?
Well, it's a mixture of things really. I mean, when I come out to the army, I think
that's what
it was a big downward spiral, like depression and things like that, anxiety. It took me a while to get out, to be honest, with like counselling and things. But when I came round to it, I started going into fighting then, which took my mind off it. Had a good streak of fights behind me. Ended up getting up to a title shot then, and then took a loss to Alex O'Sullivan when I fought for the title.
Still smashing it at amateur.
He's good,
He's going out to the IMAS now as well, I'm sure he is. I've seen something on social media with him.
He's representing the England squads.
Island squads, yeah.
Is he one of
C-Mac
guys?
His son.
Is Dean's
Yeah.
Oh, again, I know Dean.
Deborah's she and him were the only mother and son to fight in the same show.
Is it?
That's mad.
It is mad, yeah.
Mother and son to fight in the same show.
Dean and Deb's are quality couple.
No, but he's a good boy, like, he's really good boy.
Imagine that, watching your old girl fight after you. You're there busted and your mother's fighting next.
Yeah. Well, Mum, I'm warming up.
It's happening. Believe it or not, it's happened to me as well, but it wasn't like a scheduled fight.
I don't want you to break around, but
it's just throwing your handbag around.
Have you seen the Motley Crue movie, The Dirt?
No.
Well, at the first ever gig, they end up in a brawl with some people in the crowd, and I said to him, and I was there watching it with Ryan Bassett, who was there that night. So that happened to one of our gigs, because I used to be in a band, and when my mother kicked off with someone, and then the entire riot started. My band never got a play in the end.
Cheers, Mum.
Was she wearing a stole and a jacket?
Some random guy got up on the stage, started playing with my guitar, and my mother just went in the front. You get off our stage! I was like, his guitar, Ricky! Here we go. Ricky! So my mate's uncle threw him off the stage, and then everyone started scrapping. My mother was hitting him on the floor, and then next thing you know, it was like riot police call. It was like 300 people fighting. I just after the back eating my ham sandwich.
Just enjoying watching it.
Anyway,
back to Brian. Sounded like we wasn't interested.
Yeah.
So, like, what I say, okay, this is something I've been thinking about since we knew he was coming on.
Yeah.
At the time, well, still his cousin now. The cousin of Brett, who's then undefeated. Was he in the FCM? Yeah, he was.
No. What happened was your dad had the fight with Alexander O'Sullivan. Then he fought K1 on my show, which is
K1.
And then I had my debut, and then a week after my debut, we had this fight on K1 again on your show.
Then, yeah.
So you were only Titan World Champion at the time.
I was, yeah. Were I? No, I was. Yes, I was.
Like, obviously, we know your family's a big fighting family.
Yeah.
So it's like.
It's on the gypsies now.
Do you feel you only took a loss, because to me it's only a loss.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, 100%.
But you know, not living in the shadow because you're close, you're a bit different. Like I'm thinking, oh, I've lost because the old family took it hard.
Yeah.
Twin brother. I mean,
he did.
Yeah, right, he did.
Yeah.
I had to go against him. Time out.
But anyway, I was
the decision or the.
No, he got stopped.
I got stopped. It was as simple as that. Ref called it.
His brother went out.
It was, you know, looking back, it was early, it was late, who cares? Everybody's got their own little opinion on it.
His brother wasn't happy. Right?
No,
but as I say, it's hard to take sometimes. The expectations are so high. Everyone's achieving.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? And as a family, it's like, what do you mean we lost?
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Do you think that's part of it?
No, I'll be honest, no, not really. I mean, the loss hit me for 6. Yeah. I'll be honest, because like I said, with like the depression, anxiety, and things like that. You know, when you're on winning streaks, you got everybody on social media shouting you out. You know, reposting things like it gives you a build of confidence, doesn't it? Yeah. I mean, when I lost, there wasn't really many people around there. I mean, you had the boys in the gym, everybody else who I trained close with, but it's a handful of guys, and it's a bit of reality check as well. I mean, the loss done me well, to be honest, because like.
Looking back now, when you're going back in,
100%. Yeah, I went straight back to training then, and then had 2 more fights, and then obviously I just kind of dipped off then.
Because what I like, obviously to bear out, is that because of where he is, you embrace it.
Oh, 100%.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
He comes to all the events. He was out in like New Jersey. He's watched the big fights. Like he's watched the fights out in Kansas City.
I'm not afraid to say, Brett, what we learned. Do you know what I mean? It was nice, you know, because a lot of the times you can be competitive.
It's
cousin, you know.
It's nice to look at that. It's nice to look up to someone, not just family in general, but like it's nice to look up to someone in gym and you get to see the basically the end goal really of what you want, you know. And it's nice, but
it's not like even which is another interest. Like you both. You completely different styles. Which I like because sometimes you can see he's gonna be like Brad, he's gonna do this. You know what I mean? You know. But it's two completely different styles.
Brett's a K1 champion.
No, okay, I nearly was K1 champion. I pulled out.
Like an island.
Pulled out, did it? I'm heartbroken. If I could go back and choose to fight Andre on my UFC debut, I'd have 100% sure.
No, if we'd lost.
Then he'd be on the road. No, only time I ever see him at his happiest is when he's in training with the boys, and the boys love having him in training, and you know he trains hard. He trains very hard. He's in the mix of the best guys there.
Pretty much full time now, really.
You say that about a lot of people.
Yeah.
They don't do that from the gym training, but we all know it.
Yeah.
I know it.
Yeah.
I do. If I'm happy, but the reality, but it's hard to get going.
Yeah, they got to do it. I can't do the decision for him, and neither can I do it for anybody else.
I mean, I was saying the other day to all the guys at the gym, like, because I've been back about 5-6 weeks now, and I said I got that like fire inside of me again. I don't like. You start something, you get in a routine of it. You know, you just keep grinding through. But I mean, initially for me, it was just like getting them first couple of sessions out of the way. It just wasn't working.
But once you've done it, though, do you think?
I kicked myself.
Do you think, that was easy?
Yeah, 100%. Yeah, because I mean, I had been kicking myself because I could have done it months ago.
It's the only guy I know. Like, I was talking to Chris at the end of the session. Chris is there like, we're doing the session, like, and I'm there and I'm breathing heavy at the end of the session. He's next to me. He goes, Brian, you're fit. I think Chris, that's after 25 fags before the session. Like, he's doing that.
Not good, like I said. No, it's not.
He's one of the fittest guys I know, and like I said, I said, you do smoke.
Yeah, no.
You do smoke, but he's one of the fittest guys I know. Period. You know, can do a 5.5s.
You might get faster.
I mean, it's mad to think because like me and my twin brother, because we were both in the army. I mean, with fitness and things like that, it's marginal to do
my
fitness.
coach always said, right. And he said, once you've been fit to fight, you can get in a couple of weeks.
Yeah, exactly.
Because once you've reached, it's like once your fitness levels have been there, you can get back in easy.
Yeah,
it's like muscle memory as well, isn't it?
Recover. It's knowing how hard you've got to push to get there. That's the difference, because it's like, I don't know, you see people and it takes them a long time to get there, and there's people come and they're there in a week. And that's why, it's because they've just been there before. You know what I mean?
Yeah, exactly.
That's it. It's like you never go back to having to do, you know, as a kickboxer, you know, free tools again and gas. You've been at that, you know what I mean?
That distance, So
I mean,
what's the most rounds you done in a fight? Most rounds you done in a fight?
12.
12. Yeah. That's long.
No, fair play.
I was like, arguing with my coach. No, there's only 2 left. No, there's 3 left.
I bet that's frustrating.
Looking at the ring, go.
Yeah.
You get it right.
I can't even count to 5. I struggle.
Sally rolled the wrong one.
I'm like, Chris, what round's it? Is it round 5? He's like, no, it's just after the first round.
As a promoter, it was a nightmare because I had to go home and buy more ring cards.
Oh, yeah. You don't think of these things. You don't think.
It's a nightmare. That.
I thought Sally brings them.
2 ring cards up.
I thought you give Sally a text. Bring your 4th and 5th ring card, please. We got a 5 round of this event.
6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
I fight then. It was like I want to go home.
Yeah, honestly, I was so ill as well.
Yeah.
Twice as happened. I fought in Scotland as well. But it's like it's like you can see why it's only ever 5 rounds.
Yeah.
And it's like with boxing. I mean, like on Saturday you had obviously Ruiz versus
Joshua.
Nobody ever see 12 rounds.
No.
Nobody miss a 12-round fight, a boxing fight. You don't go back and watch it all.
No.
Fast forward to see
exactly. Exactly.
From Swansea fought Angel Marino this weekend. It was a 12-rounder for the EBU European title.
Upper J. Harris.
Amazing fight.
Yeah.
But when you don't know the result, it's different. But going back, you know, like a 5-rounder in UFC, I don't go back and watch that.
The only time I ever watch a full fight back is when I heard this hell of a scrap.
Yeah.
That's the only time I
If you
ever.
don't know the result. If you don't know the result, it's difficult.
Yeah, but I'll do. Yeah, but it depends on like if it's a Garcia versus the Korean Zombie one. I'll watch that.
Yeah.
I watch go fight, but if I'm watching a 3-round decision, put it this way: if I went back, I wouldn't have watched any of my fights. If they said, Brett won again, what he win by 3 fights, like, we'll skip that one. We'd say we watched it.
I haven't actually watched my world title fight on DVD.
You haven't?
Haven't you?
12 rounds, no, John.
I have good time.
When we go fight, it was endless fun.
Yeah.
Do you find it harder though? Do you know you said about the kickboxing? You said it's 2-minute rounds.
Yeah.
Do you find it harder though because it's like a shorter space of time? Surely they're more like active rather than like being more like.
You
do you
lose
know?
a couple of rounds, can't you?
Yeah.
So it's lose the first 3 and then win.
On purpose.
What I love though is the fact you think as an MMA fighter doing 3-5, you think, I'm 2-minute rounds, then minute break would be easy. And then I do pads, high intensity pads, I do the same thing. It's hard.
I'd rather fight a longer fight.
Yeah.
Because of the intensity.
Intensity is a big difference.
Like what I found hard transitioning over to MMA is having to win the first round.
Yeah.
And I'm serious, I used to lose 2 or 3 to learn what they are doing wrong. You cannot do that in MMA.
No.
Because if you land on your back in the 3rd round, you've lost the fight.
Yeah, 100%. Yeah.
That's the thing, it's the intensity levels go up. It's hard.
Yeah.
Like if you give me a kickboxing fight now, a K1 fight or whatever, I'd take 5 rounds all day. Rather than 3.
Yeah.
So, Brian, you're back.
Yeah.
Tell us when your next fight's going to be.
Well, it's not fully confirmed yet. I've obviously been speaking to Ollie with the next promotion, hopefully the 20th of July. Name's been put forward. He's in talks with my coach now. So
Say his name. Say his name.
We don't know who it is.
No, you do know. Don't lie.
It's not confirmed.
Just going to announce Brett's next fight.
Yeah.
I'll tell you.
No, it's not.
Fighting Brock Lesnar.
Hey, keep eating that now.
He's full of sugar. We'll be right.
Yeah, we're gonna get him on, right? Whatever happens, he'll be fighting. Like you know what it's like with the party, but not with match.
Yeah, I'm just taking it as if I matched anyway, so I'll just do it as a normal fight camp. Just keep training through it now, and then just get ready for the day. Then.
And unlike me, you probably won't go to sleep watching him. True story.
Right, you say that, but
I've had some good scraps.
You had some.
I've had one or two.
Good scraps. Like,
Yeah.
Especially the
Out of my 17, I've had 2 good fights. Yeah.
Huh?
Out of my 17 fights, I've had 2.
The last 2.
Yeah, the last 2.
Brett's gonna have a fight soon.
Yeah.
He's gonna have a fight soon.
I remember watching him when I did my K1 debut on your show then, and he fought. He was fighting. It was the Eliminator for Billy Wilshire
Before the title.
before the title fight.
Yeah.
That was an exciting fight. I think you threw Billy Wilshire on his head. He took your back.
Really good boy as well.
Yeah, he's good.
Yeah.
But he used to win like
Sambo.
Sambo, I've seen a lot of him doing that. Yeah.
And when he was doing, he said he was on Brian's back for all the first round, and like there was a couple of seconds left, or maybe it was about 20 seconds left. Or something
like that. I think it was.
Turns out, they hits the guy once, and I literally thought there was the first death in MMA there, and then it was a hell of a punch, all fairness. And then
Brian likes to foot bombs.
Yeah. Oh, he's no reserve energy. Not like me.
No.
Not like me.
I've already done it 1 time, now I can have 3 fags now.
Get over and done with it. Yeah.
But no, that was a good show. That was. I enjoyed that. That was Adrenaline Blizzard.
Was it?
Yeah, I enjoyed that.
I'm going to say where they are.
You should number them now.
Oh, too late. I'd have to count. It'd take too long. I just started naming where they are now. There we are. Ponty.
Yeah. Wow. Adrenaline Ponty.
Ponty 2.
It's not even a real Ponty.
Adrenaline Mova.
Yeah.
Pontypridd is a real Ponty.
It says Ponty now, so.
It doesn't count though.
Yeah, we got that memo back where we're from. We just called it the Bont.
Yeah.
That'll do.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No taking ours. We got ours.
There's only one Ponty and that's Pontypridd. Olé.
Yeah, so it's like, yeah.
So obviously you two grew up together, cousins and everything.
Yeah.
Close bringing it, and you obviously did judo alongside each other. We know Brett's judo credentials. Did you do better?
What credentials?
Yeah. Realised it wasn't for you.
Yeah.
No, I mean for me, I got up to my Dan grade as well. The same as my twin brother. Like we all started at a young age, about 4 or 5.
Did you get your Dan grade as John?
The same as John Phillips. Yeah,
Same
we were on
day
the
as John.
same.
Right, I remember that.
Yeah, same like car.
It was someone else as well. Who else was it? It was John, you, and it was like Colin Payne's boy.
Yeah, I think it was.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah. It was us who got Dan grades that time up in Twy Gardens. Judo wise, I competed a lot when I was younger. I mean, more into like teenage years. I kind of stepped back a bit from it when I was in and out of it, going to do a bit of football and things like that. Then I kind of focused on judo. Went to the army, still done judo in the army, and then when I come out, then that's when I decided to fight and just knuckle down. And then I got my Dan grade.
So you're kind of known as a striker.
Yeah.
But you have a judo background. Where did you learn to strike?
On the streets of Gasina.
I mean, my old man has brought me up to show me how to punch and things like that to defend myself. But I mean, like me and my twin brother, we used to get pushed around like a lot when we were younger. Yeah. I mean,
he's got a twin brother.
Yeah.
They used to fight.
Exactly.
It's mad. Yeah.
They're not known as Ash and Brian where we're from. They're known as Ronnie and Reggie where we're from.
No, I mean, like me and Ashley when we were younger, we used to get pushed around a lot and things like that, and you know, ended up having a lot of altercations with people.
Your brother got into the fight then?
No, he's recently started doing jiu-jitsu. Same judo background as well, but he's never really been a striker. It's been more. It's mad because
the two brothers. Yeah. The two brothers. What's mad though is that he's more the striker and Ash is more the grappler.
Yeah.
You know, it's nuts. Like, you know, it's like Diaz is. They're both the same, aren't they? Really, with fighting styles.
I'd much rather a stand-up fight, but I mean.
Ashley's not like me.
Yeah, Ashley's not like me. Ashley's boring. Yeah, but no, they always were fighting when they were younger. You know, everywhere, fighting each other, fighting everybody else.
But I mean, most of the stuff I picked up, I've gone to like a few sessions up in Wally's as well, picking up on striking.
Do you ever go to boxing gym?
No.
You just spar boxers?
I've sparred boxers in my spare time just to try and learn how to properly, but I've never really been officially taught. The only things I've picked up is from my time going up Chris's with the boys and then coming up with your striking classes. And that's it really. So
watch my brother.
You know, but I'd like to like knuckle down properly now and
Brian, you know, stuff. K1 fights as well.
Only guy I know that won by TKO by dick kicks.
He got kicked in the balls 3 times.
Oh, it was nuts.
Yeah.
And I would have rather. I went back to the changing room to see. I thought like he got kicked. He got kicked a few times, right? And I thought, right, okay, that was bad. But and I know this is going to sound terrible, but when I see someone stop a fight because they've been kicked in the nuts, I was like, really? You got to cap on and stuff. I've been hit in the nuts loads of times in fights, and I just carry on. Yeah. And then we went back to the changing rooms, and Brian dropped trout, and it was a mess. Right? I will not go into detail, but he had to physically push down, and there was a pop back when it come back
Didn't
down.
Didn't you give him a hand?
I just had do you know, like,
yeah, dude, it was swollen.
It was there like that, and I was looking to see what the problem was. You could see what the problem was. And the guy was. And obviously, in all fairness, like the pop sound it made as well going back into the Sack.
Yeah,
that was nuts.
I remember
going fight.
Yeah, not by the way, like
so DQ.
He got disqualified.
I went back to the change room and said, right boys, Brett just put Brian's ball in back.
It was
the first and second time.
It was bad.
First and second time I managed to bite down on my gum shield and just carry on with the fight. When he hit me the third time, I was literally close to tears. I think I would have rather been knocked out, and I would have happily lived with that rather than being kicked in the nuts again. It was horrible.
The decibel levels of getting kicked in the nuts is far worse than childbirth.
Yes.
Oh my God! You give birth 4 times.
4 times as well.
And Brian's just saying, I give him birth.
Yeah, we are.
This is going to try all the feminists.
Yeah, there we are.
Yeah.
Why does that every day on Facebook?
But no, I remember watching that fight back. That was the last one for a while. Then wasn't it?
Yeah. So it's been about a year and a half now. I think it is.
Why is that?
Yeah. No,
got a metal cup now.
Yeah.
Steel.
So it's been off about a year and a half. I think it is. It's about that. It's close to 2 years.
Maybe more than that.
So now you're back. What's your goals and ambition in the sport? Just to keep fighting amateur, go and represent Wales?
I mean, are you speaking of Brett? I mean, because I hold on a full-time job, I mean, I always got bills to pay and things. I'm like literally getting back into it now, get a couple of fights under my belt again.
Pro, make some money.
Yeah. I mean, it's a possibility for me, turning pro. I just like to work on a few more things and get a couple of more fights, maybe hoping for maybe like an amateur title or something like that. Because this is something I've put out there to him, ventured to him, that obviously there's loads of like, especially in America, there's loads of amateur fights, and there's some good amateur prospect fights out there, and good shows outside of the UFC and Bellator. That's the one, yeah.
That was a show I went out to watch when I was out in Vegas. Obviously, I think we'll talk about that another time, but
that's good. The next part.
Yeah,
after
3 minutes and 9 seconds. So basically, I spoke to a few of the guys in Tough Enough, and maybe we'd be able, like, obviously Brian's got a good record. There was guys on there with like records like 7 and 5, and they're fighting for amateur world titles. So potentially that could be the move.
Fights
You know, at the end of the day as well, though, like
Did you meet Jeff? Jeff Meyer?
I didn't meet Jeff. No, I met. My name is Jeff. I met the promoters and stuff for FCC, which was another. That was a professional show. Yeah. But that's got its own little bit in the Rio. So do you know, you go to these shows in casinos, you think, oh, you just turn up. It's like a conference, convention centre. No. FCC has got its own little thing in the Rio where you walk up and there's signs out, like literally signs outside saying like FCC and stuff like that. It's got a proper. And I think it's like Frank Mir's promotion or something. Yeah, it is. Yeah,
when you go to the boxing ring.
Yeah, but it's absolutely crazy, and the production they put in it. So we went to watch a show there. There's a couple of like fights, but they concentrate on boxing, K1 and MMA, but it's in a ring. Yeah. But it's really good, like a really good show. But like the other show obviously, which is a world famous amateur show, which is Tough Enough. That's done in the Orleans. And the good thing as well with them shows is like they're not. I know you won't like this, but they're not 3-3s. They're like the 3-2s.
Oh, I like that.
Yeah, I'm not a big fan. But then again, though,
I don't know, mine. I wouldn't mind that.
I don't know. It's just the way it is.
I think it doesn't feel the grapplers, is it?
Yeah.
I'd prefer that.
That's major. Like, just 3-2s is major. For the strikers,
there is no waiting. Yeah,
for the strikers in the sport, they're already on the back foot there because you get one takedown.
Yes,
takes you 30 seconds.
A minute and a half to take someone down. We've only got 30 seconds left.
Well, that's what I mean. See,
And you
look at
someone like Scotty who takes his time to warm up.
Yeah, he's a guy. He's a guy that will be the other end of the scale who would probably be better at pro or fight like 5-5's pro. No, but obviously that's something that I've spoken to him about. Maybe in the future, obviously, I've chat with Chris and stuff. Only because of if I'm ever out in Vegas again doing any sort of rehab, when we take full advantage of the trip and try and get a fight then.
Listen to more of your Vegas stories when we get back.
Yes.
To part 2. Thanks, guys. Welcome back to part 2 of the MMA Wales podcast. Is that a bit more enthusiastic?
That was a lot better.
Much better. Just depressing.
The last part was really depressing. It beasted me for in between. Part 2, we're going to touch on your trip to Vegas. You just got back from spending some time out there. Tell us more about it.
Yeah, so well, the first time.
You're not
Are you right? Have we got time, have we? No, so basically got back from Vegas about I think it was 3 weeks ago. I'm 6 weeks sober, which is a good start.
mean?
Yeah.
He has the coin.
I have a key ring. Yeah. No, but I went out there and it was a good experience. The reason why we went out there is because of basically to give me a bit of a kickstart to get back into camp training. I train all the time anyway. Like after the Pedro fight, I train 6-7 times a week. But what I usually do is go out on a Saturday and drink. You know, that's what I did. So I train all week and then go out on the weekend. Football. And as you know, the more you do that, you're just getting like less out of shape, and it's just less out of shape. You get more out of shape, and then the more you're drinking and stuff. And like I said,
if you drink when you're training, you get something.
Yeah. I wasn't drinking Bud Light for starters. Yeah. So if you're drinking that, I think I'd get away with it if I was drinking Bud Light, you know, or Coors Light even. Yeah. Or Miller Light, but I don't. I'm a cider man, so that's my problem there for starters. Sorry. And I end up going out there just to get a few weeks. I got time to do. I got for a few weeks. So we went to go out there and sort the issues out with both my knees. So they haven't been feeling right. And also while I was out there, not that it was an issue, but they wanted to concentrate a lot on the shoulder, which is something that I've had surgery on before. Yeah. So they looked at my knees. They did some tests the first couple of days, and they were like, all right, okay, we're not going to work on your knees. So I was like, right, I just spent all this money to come out here for you to look at my knees, and now you're not looking at my knees. But they said they were working on my my ankle mobility on both legs and my hip mobility. So they started working on that. And
problems with your knees because your ankles are up.
Yeah, and like obviously when they started fixing things up in different stretches, the stretch I use now to this day, it's to put a lot of like stress and relief. It's taking a lot of stress off my knees, and there's a lot more relief there. Like right at the end of the session now, where I would be like aching, and don't get me wrong, man, they'll do funny noises and stuff now and then, but it's like the pain's taken out of it now. As for the shoulder, like managing to throw right hooks probably the first time since the operation, without thinking about it. Like sometimes I'll be hitting a bag and I'll have to go, oh, okay, I'm gonna throw it a right hook. Not that I've been able to throw a right hook anyway, but the right hook now is more. It's just that you just do it now. It's not, you don't have to think about it. So that's coming back, and I'm doing a lot of like band work with the shoulder. I'm working with the PI guys out there, so working with the dietitians, working with like Alexa, with Clint, working with Kyle Armour, who also did like Stevie Ray strength and conditioning for this. I know the result didn't go the way Stevie wanted it to, but he looked in tremendous shape for the fight and stuff. Worked with Kyle. Yeah, you get caught. Yeah, but he worked with Kyle Armour, and Kyle's an amazing S&C coach. And just speaking to loads of different guys, like there's a guy called Roman out there who works on like the your brain out there and stuff, and it was just a good place to be. Psychology, is it? Yeah, it's like it's something to do with like basically plug up to a machine. It's called an omega wave. I think some of the fighters probably would have heard that. So say if you wake up one morning and you this is one thing I got given out there. You got these like sticky tabs. You stick one here and you stick one on your thumb. And when you wake up in the morning, before you do anything, just like sit in your bed, just plug it to your app on your phone. Put this band on your chest as well, so it's got your heart rate monitor. Yeah. And basically you put on your app on your phone, you press and you just stay there for 4 minutes. And when the 4 minutes is up, it'll say, right, okay, your zones have gone from like all green, because every day you train you should be all green. Yeah. And what they're saying is if something, they'll go like endurance is really bad today because endurance is red, avoid doing any endurance exercises today. So it's a machine to tell you like what sort of training you're meant to do and what you're not meant to do. So like if you're tired, they tell you to slow down. Yeah. They'll say like, your endurance is really high, but you plug
in the hydration and stuff like that.
They not so much that, like obviously with the dietitian and stuff like that, I'm eating more now than what I usually do, and like I've showed the boys my abs earlier, and I've got abs for the first time in a long time. And I won't do it now because obviously the light's on me and I'm really white anyway, so you probably won't, it just look like an ironing board. You won't be able to see them.
Shine so much.
Yeah, shine back. It's like a reflective and just go back at you. But yeah, I worked a lot with them dietitians out there, and I'm just eating more carbs, eating more meals, and losing more weight. Do you know what I mean? And it's like I think it was
having energy to lose weight.
Yeah, and not only that as well. Like I was talking to the guys about fight week, and they're like, "What do you do fight week?" And like I'll be honest with you, my weight cutting, my ways of weight cutting before the weight cut itself is really bad, unprofessional. Really bad, but it's the way I do it, is where I feel more comfortable doing it. So the trip, obviously, that was another thing we wanted to go, is go out there and just speak to, and like as fighters, it's really hard to give your trust to someone else. Giving your trust to someone else to let them take control of things. But we forget that in the PI, these are the guys who are masters at doing this sort of stuff. They're specialists at doing this. So I was talking to Clint and he was mentioning like bits like fight week, what foods I've eaten fight week with them. Like I don't eat anything solid for 4 days before the weigh-in. So that's number one. So like eating foods up until the Thursday when you're weighing on Friday.
So you go on protein shakes? I
go like on like 100 calorie protein shakes. So like I'll do I used to struggle doing that. I used to stop food on Wednesday. I basically won't eat Wednesday, Thursday until Friday weigh-ins. That's what I used to do. And then it changed. Then I'd drink protein shakes. So like come Wednesday, I'd drink a protein shake on. No, I wouldn't drink Thursday. I'd drink one Wednesday night. That'd be my last one. No carbs whatsoever, no salts. But the guys, they were explaining to me, like, look, it doesn't need to be done that way. It can be done completely different. They said, if you start getting your weight down pre-camp, which is what I'm doing now. So, you know, like, going back about 6 weeks ago, I was like 77. So I'm walking on a 170. I'm a 135er. That's a big cut. It's 35 pounds. We dropped that down to 160 now. So we're 160 at the minute. But like literally I get down to 150, 155. That's a good mark for me to start my camp. Bearing in mind, I always start camp at about 163, 164. Do you know what I mean? So I'm already trying to give myself a bit of a head start. So that was another thing they wanted to talk about. I had a lot of fat on me when I was out there. I think it was 19% body fat, but for a mixed martial artist, apparently at my level, that's really bad. I didn't know. I just said it was just the cider I was drinking. Thought it was okay. And the kebabs.
So you said ciders?
Yeah. No, I wish. And you know what? It's the only place in the world. Like, back home, like 10 weeks prior to going to Vegas, I drink every weekend cider. And you go to the biggest party capital in the world, Vegas, and I didn't want to touch a drop out there.
There's no cider out there. That's fine.
No, they have got cider. I was looking. They did have certain ciders out there. And I was like,
I was looking.
So I got a problem. I am got a problem. I don't think I got a problem with drinking anyway. But no, so that was one thing. And obviously while I was out there, so we were 3 weeks out there. The first week was just tests. So we get like VO2 max tests. They did tests to see. This was a good test actually, because I'm using this a lot since I've been back. Was fat burning tests. So they found a sort of like speed on the treadmill where I would burn fat rather than burn carbs.
What for you?
For myself, yeah. So basically, that's 5.5 miles an hour. So it's not even that fast really. But what they were saying was, you could do hours on that. Personally, I can do hours for that speed. You know what I mean? Yeah, just run. But so all I do is put my headphones in and just run and just I'm happy. But you're not
being in the treadmill for hours doing 5.5.
Yeah, but that's what they're saying though. That's your own little way of doing it, because when it comes to fight week, then it's full of sweat, isn't it? So you just want to get a sweat. So that doesn't really matter.
It's catered differently for whichever person, because every separate, like your guys now, like when I was out there, bantamweights that were out there was like new kid that fought Mitch Gagnon, beat Mitch Gagnon, Cole Smith. He looked really good. Montel Jackson was out there, who was a big 35er, and he looked chiseled as well. But we did loads of them tests, and like now I'm using that back here, so I should have my heart rate monitor when I'm running. I should stay between like 120 beats a minute to 130. If I'm on the treadmill, it's 125 beats to 135 beats.
What's your heart rate when you fight 1.5?
Oh, it's like, that's what I mean. It's like that. It's like like 120 to 130. You know what I mean? And that's when you're burning like you're burning things. Yeah. So I was using that a lot out there. You know, I think that's why the majority of the weight has come off as quick as it has, is because of that. Using that on the walk bike as well. The walk bike is like a big thing. What?
The walk bike.
And I love
the big things down there. They're popular.
Yeah, they're amazing. You know, and I liked using them. And then after the first week, then though, they were like, right, okay, we've done all the tests we need to do. You can kind of go and do your own thing. So like, well, I need to basically train, because I'm not staying in Vegas for 3 weeks. I'm not doing any sort of like grappling or striking or anything like that. So Jojo's out there. Have you met Jojo? Joanne Calderwood, Jojo.
Oh yeah, I haven't met her, but
yeah, Jojo's class. Like, she's fighting this weekend actually. She's fighting on the Chicago card, and she's brilliant. She is, right? Okay, you can tell me you do an accent, don't you?
No, I said Jojo's that's went on the side there.
Yeah. No, I remember talking before actually. The athletes retreat. It's like, oh, do you drink, Joe? She's like, no, I'm drink. So
cut that out.
Yeah. But I spoke to her, and obviously she trains in Syndicate, and you got like Roxanne Modafferi, you got like Tom Lawler, Patrick Cummins, Diego Brandao was there when I was out there. There was loads of different like fighters there. That's not even all about the PFL guys. Yeah. You know what I mean? There's some good PFL guys there as well. But it was like, yeah, it was amazing to go to there and see a different way. I worked with AJ. I'm not sure if you know AJ from Syndicate, but you'll know the knockout. It's the knockout in Bellator where he goes left hook, then he throws a right roundhouse. But what happens is the boy trips over. So he hits him with the left hook, falls over, and he hits him with that kick.
He drops him with a hook.
Yeah.
He was in full throw. And then once you throw in a left hook, low kick. Yeah, and it was like
his head was literally
that was AJ
at knee level.
You could tell he was halfway between. Oh.
Yeah.
Touching on what you were saying about trust as well, giving your trust to these people.
Yeah.
It's like you don't have to go there.
No.
They're not some like nutritionist message you on Facebook to hey, try some of my supplements.
Yeah.
They're there for you to go to. They're there for you.
Championship belts.
Yeah.
So I mean, it's like they're not hounding you to come to us. It's a facility.
Yeah.
So like, if you are contracted to the UFC, this is yours.
Yeah, it's
free of charge.
I always say this to people, like, realistically, for me personally, it is more expensive for me to live here than it is to live out there, because of the simple things like you won't have to pay for like physiotherapy, you won't have to pay for food out there, you know, all these different things. You can use that PI. You go to the gate, you say you're a UFC athlete, you go up to the gate and say, look, I'm Jack Marshman, walk in.
When you say Petros.
Oh, they don't. Honestly, do you know how many times I walked in the canteen and how many times I was called either Jack Marshman or John Phillips?
Was it?
There we are.
The guy goes, one time this guy goes to me, he goes, Johns Phillips? Like, no, Brett. And like by the end of the third week he got it, like, but no, but you
you're Jack Schmidt.
Yes.
God, you want it.
And the Welsh guy, you're the Welsh guy, Jack Marshman. I go, yeah.
Oh, that's sure. You're excited this week.
Yeah.
Speaking of Jack Shaw, we forgot to mention earlier, but Jack Shaw is just signed to the UFC. How do you feel about that, guys? He's in your weight class.
I to be honest, I spoke to him before this fight. Because obviously he fought Scott. I trained with him a bit for the Scott fight. Should have been. It was a long time coming. I think.
It's the right time.
Yeah, I do. Yeah, I think the right time was probably before, just after the Ikendeo fight. But he took the Scott Malone fight. I did. Yeah. So. But like obviously, you know, he beat two of the best guys in that bantamweight division, in my opinion. I think there was. If you look at the bantamweight division now, there's nobody else there.
We don't know that, like, you know, he was putting big shows on.
Yeah,
he was shows. Big.
Yeah.
I know he had a good contract. We don't know what it was, so we don't know why he stayed. I mean, he could have been making more than he made with what we know. Especially with the sponsorship.
I think for him though, like Brett was saying, a long time coming and things like that, he's pushed it off for a few more bigger fights again. Has got his name out there. I mean
there's not going to be much that bright light syndrome that was there.
Yeah.
He's walked into big arenas. So that's what he's got in his favour.
Yeah.
Because you know he's headlines big shows.
Yeah, it is the right time in my opinion though.
And he's not going to get on with it because they were tweeting it the other day, and he doesn't care. It's not the UK, does he?
No, I think.
Gothenburg? No.
Yeah, no, it's the Copenhagen card. He wanted to go on Copenhagen. September 28th.
September 28th.
That'd be good.
Completely wrong, man.
Yes, and like I'm personally, I know he's aiming for that card. I'm aiming for 2 cards for the rest of the year now, and I'm aiming for July 27th. Whether or not that happens, I doubt that will happen, but like that's the one I'm aiming for, which is Edmonton. And his twin brother's married his wife out there, and she's Canadian, and she's 6 hours away from Edmonton, but her in-laws live in Calgary, so we're going to fight in Edmonton.
Canada is around the corner.
Yeah, 6 hours.
So basically, that's what I'm planning on doing. But I know there's an Amsterdam card in September, which is something I'd love to do.
Have you been to Amsterdam before?
I've been to Amsterdam, yeah. So that's for September 14th. That'll be
nice.
That'll be something like we're there.
Amsterdam, babe, to watch Brett's fight.
What do you think now?
What was Brett's fight like?
That'll be.
Not again.
It was a haze.
That'll be 6 years. That'll be 6 years to the day. 6 years to the day I won my Cage Warriors title.
Is that?
Oh, is it really?
Yeah. So basically that's 2 events that I'd like to be on. But realistically, to fight in July and then fight straight away in September is going to be tough.
So July and then one after.
Yeah, December time. before Christmas is always good. I love Christmas because that means I'm off the hook for Christmas.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, fair.
There's no missing, no turkey, nothing like that. I'm having it all. Yeah.
So, I think with Jack as well, he definitely deserves it. He's definitely good enough.
Yeah.
I just feel a bit selfish. I would love to have seen like a few more bigger than big nights in Cardiff.
Yeah, but
then again,
but
you can't
we have
say no.
we have got representatives still there now. We got the best fighters. I think we got the best up and comers we've ever had.
Yeah. How do we think it's going to look now? I personally thought announcing this not October the 12th show.
Yeah.
I thought Jack's going to headline that.
Yeah.
That's what I thought.
Yeah.
I'm not saying he's born ready now, obviously,
Yeah.
but I kind of thought that was what was going to happen.
Yeah.
Now, because maybe they're going to send Mason one more win title shot.
Yeah.
And then the next Cardiff show has got some in the thing.
Oh, listen up now. Aaron Kelly beats Lahore. He's in, but he's in with the title.
Yeah.
But that's what I'm saying, though.
Yeah, so, when's he fighting?
July the 9th, isn't it?
And he fights Ross for the third time.
Well, it depends. Ross wins his next fight.
He'll get signed.
He might get signed.
That could be Dalby Cleat.
In the meantime,
Mason, yeah. There's another one, yeah.
You got Mason, or Aaron. There's a few people.
Mason, Aaron, Orban, Ben Ellis.
How do we see this? What do you think?
John Peake.
Mason gonna
Go on, Peake.
How do you see these events looking now? Because obviously they've been selling out.
Yeah, like I said, Mason attracts a good crowd anyway. He always has, you know what I mean? He's attracted a good crowd. Yeah, he is exciting, and no matter what fight he's in, he's always in a good fight.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So beating Desme in his last fight was good.
Yeah.
Does he get a title shot of it? I don't know.
Do you think he's one win away?
I think he's one win away.
That's what I'm saying. That's why.
Yeah.
That would have been.
But you put him against someone like Soren Bach next, or you put him against someone who's up there with like Rhys McKee. He's welterweight, don't he? Rhys McKee is.
I think so.
Yeah, I think. But he has fought like and stuff. But Rhys McKee's another one, you know. But like them lightweights. There's a list. He could fight 3 or 4 lightweights and then get a title shot next. I think. That's what I believe.
And again, it's like there's never been a situation where like when you got signed, there wasn't like a rush of people to fill your boots.
No.
But like with Jack now,
there's guys behind him.
There's guys behind him that will take on the like after you got signed. There was a lull between Cage Warriors coming away. Then obviously.
But Cage was cancelled for him, wasn't it?
Yeah, and then you got Marshman, who got signed the same time as you, I guess. So.
So how do we the Cage Warriors big shows? They're gonna sell out. Well, Jack.
Yeah, he brings a lot of support.
I know he brings a lot of support.
Very Welsh support.
Yeah, so regardless who's there, if you've got them Welsh guys there.
It's such a strong brand, though. You don't go. Oh, I'm off to see Jack Shaw fight. I'm off to see Mason Jones fight. You go, I'm off to Cage Warriors tonight. Oh, who's fighting?
Yeah.
People go for the ads.
No, totally agree. But fighters sell tickets.
Yeah.
100%.
But then again, though, we got some good fighting styles coming through as well. Like,
I mean, you've got some popular boys as well. You know, like all the ones you just mentioned. I mean, popular guys. People
we're not.
I think Shaky Collin do a really good job of Wales.
Yeah.
Maybe like Jack,
we're not even on about then the amateurs which are coming into pro. We're just on about the pros now. We got the new pros.
The good thing is, as soon as someone to pro, like you're mentioning Ben Ennis already, he's like Scott, he's about to make his pro.
Exactly, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah. So
there's a lot of guys, and then like I said, I know that's just with Cage Warriors. Then you've obviously got Aiden with Brave, and like Aiden's like he's fighting some good guys. I think he's far away from that shot.
He's gonna go bump.
Yeah,
he's getting paid.
He's getting paid. He's getting paid bank, bro.
Well, that's what I like about.
Tight man, he's still something.
That's what I like about Aiden going to Brave though. It's a different option. Like most people will go the Cage Warriors route, and it's a tried and tested, proven route. But he's gone different route.
What I love about it.
He doesn't want the pressure of selling tickets.
Do you know what I love about it? Aiden's always been that fighter which he wants to try and be the first to do this, and this.
The first Welshman to fight in Pakistan.
Yeah. He doesn't want to be that guy who copies or follows. So he doesn't do the sheep. He wants to do something else. He does and like things like the IMAF. Before Aiden was doing the IMAF, there's no other Welsh guy that wanted to do the IMAF. Aidan was the first guy. Josh, and then him and Josh went, and then you got that, and then obviously when Brave, you wanted to be on Brave. And you had a few options, mind. The same with a few different promotions, but he chose Brave. That's what he wanted.
Right, we got 4 minutes.
Oh, I was going to say something, and then so Jack, obviously Jack Shaw's just been signed to the UFC.
Yeah.
Who would you like to see him fight in his debut?
This is the everybody wants to fight the same guy when it goes to their debut in the bantamweight division. I think Andre Sukuntard. But I like Andre. I think he's a dangerous opponent to fight. You know what I mean? Like he's beaten guys which he shouldn't have beaten. He smashed guys. He beat Luke Sanders. Luke Sanders is a hell of a bantamweight. Just knocked Red and Brow clean out in his last fight. This Andre Sukuntard put him on his back. You know, there's a lot of different fights. We're on about the Sean O'Malley's and stuff, and even the Nathaniel Woods of that division, they're a little bit higher up in the rankings, but we still got these guys. There's a handful of like Mexican bantamweights which are around basically the right at the bottom of that UFC ranking list at the minute. And they're the guys there's a couple of good Brazilians in that weight as well. There's a load of guys where he can come in and take a choice. A lot of bantamweights there, you know what I mean?
He won't pick.
And like, not even the top 15 is just a row of killers, like, do you know what I mean?
You've got a lot of the flyweights gone up as well.
A lot of the flyweights gone up. People like I like to see maybe Jack will fight Ray Borg. I'm not sure. I think he's trained with him. Ray Borg would be a good one. You know, Ray Borg would be a good fight coming off a loss. Good guys like Brad Katona, who was there coming off a loss as well.
Let's just say Nathaniel Wood.
Everybody wants to see.
I was thinking.
Everybody wants to see that fight, don't they? Like even I did when they were in Cage Warriors. That was the fight that was like getting built up to be this huge fight. You know, they'll have their fight. I think potentially I could slot in and be fighting them. Do you know what I mean? We don't know, but like that's the fight that people want to watch. Who? Oh, I don't know. No, they haven't. They haven't got the same managers. They got different managers. So that's another thing as well. But like,
anything happening this month?
No.
Is your show next month?
Your show next month.
It's obviously Rory's fighting Jason Jenkins, Dangerous Brian. There's a lot.
We're changing our nicknames from time there.
I am probably.
It's staying.
Ball bag.
Right, so apart from Rory versus Jason, Dangerous Brian definitely right.
What was that?
You should do now. You should do a poster. Do the poster like saying like Grasshopper versus Rory Evans, and underneath it plus Brian Evans just on his
Dangerous
own.
Brian.
Dangerous Brian.
Came with like one of them blue hoods, like the national Dangerous Brian, with his ears sticking out the back. Like
2 weeks after we got John Phillips's contender event.
Yeah. August the 3rd.
August 3rd in Carmarthen. I think.
Soon, isn't it?
I can't guarantee. I think Stuart Tyler's main event.
Yeah.
So, friend of ours, great.
Yeah. Yes.
Look forward to seeing him back in there.
Going out to Rome with Stu next week. He's one of the coaches.
Class.
He did say he was speaking to Scotty last night in training, and he's flying out with you guys.
Yeah.
There we are. So 2 weeks time. 2 weeks time. Good luck to the Welsh team.
Oh yeah, good luck, boys.
Guys.
Yeah. Welsh IMAF team. The first ever Welsh IMAF team we've had representing Wales.
Come here, Beth.
Yeah. We look forward to seeing the results of that. Hopefully we'll have some more information about that before they go, and maybe some of them on the event on the podcast. Thanks for watching.
Joy on.
Bye bye.